is going on, guys? Fitcho here, and welcome back to the Fitcho Career. It is round number 5, the start of the European season, the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, and we frankly need to get our shit together now. We have not been performing so far this year. We have been letting the team down. We have not had one strong result yet, in truth, and we need to step our shit up, and hopefully the start of the European season marks a turn in form for us, because we need to turn in form. We have scored 3 points so far, and our teammate has scored 10, and our main rivals, which are the Force Indias, have both scored 10 apiece. So we're not doing great, and hopefully this round will mark a turn in form for us. Like, across most of my career modes, and generally for me as a driver on this game, the European season is where my form turns, and hopefully we can do that here today, because we desperately need to turn in form. If we keep this form up we've got at the moment, we could be out of the job by the summer break, and that is not what we want. But anyway, we're here in Barcelona, not a track I particularly like that much, but you know, I'm starting, the more I've driven on it, I've done a fair few practice laps, the more I've driven on it, the more I'm liking it. I'm just starting to finally get the hang of this track, and in practice, I was actually rather quick. On the option run, I was actually third behind the Mercedes, so things are looking up here in Spain. I'm not sure how it's going to go in the race, not sure how this Toro Rosso is going to be on the tyre life compared to everyone else, as, of course, Spain, a very tyre wear heavy track, and we really need to hold on to these tyres if we want to stand any chance. That is going to be a crucial part of this race. I'm not sure where we actually stand on there, but pace-wise, we are looking very, very good. But if you are enjoying this series, make sure to smash the hell out of that like button. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It does really help me out. But anyway, it is time to get into qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix. Jesus Christ, I just did that intro in one take. It is actually a miracle. Far out. Talk about fake pace. I'm doing similar times to what I did in practice. That time in practice, 1:26.0 put me in third, and now it's putting me in 8th. Far out. That is very annoying. Okay, taking some fuel out of the car. New set of options. We're going to chuck it up into Rich for this run. Last time we were only using standard. I'm going to see if we can better that 8th place. Okay, this has felt like a pretty sound lap. Where does this put us? P2! Far out! Nah, P2, you've got to be kidding me with that. Nah. That was a very, nah. I haven't got fuel to do another lap, I don't think. I've got 5%. I'm going to coast around and try one more lap at P2. If qualifying ended now, I'd be very happy with that lap. I went out in the middle of the session when a lot of people are back in the garage. As you can see, I'm literally the only car on the track. Haven't had to worry about traffic or anything. I got a perfect run there. Here we go for our final lap of qualifying here, and there's cars coming out of the pits. There are cars coming out of the pits, 2 of them in front of me. Hopefully they don't hold us up too bad. Okay, here we come. Down the pit straight, we got held up a little bit, and we were 2/10 off in the end. That's about what we lost, 1 in the first, and another 10th or so in the second sector. That is our qualifying over. Just pause it, return to the garage, and see where we end up. Yes! Get in! Get in, boys! Front row! P2 splitting the Mercedes. Yes! Get in! Oh, yes! I did not see that coming. I did not expect to be on the front row here in Spain. Not one of my good tracks, in truth, but as I said, today and the last couple times I've driven it, I've just, you know, it's starting to click with me now, Spain, and that really proves it there. P2, we're going to be starting the Spanish Grand Prix from the front row of the grid alongside Lewis Hamilton. We ended up 5/10ths off Lewis and still got P2, which is rather surprising. Rosberg has not had a good qualifying session, a 10th behind us. And then you have Sebastian Vettel, a 10th behind Rosberg. So second, third, and fourth are all very, very close. No, second, third, fourth, and fifth are all very close, as Valtteri Bottas is only a 10th off Vettel in fifth. So this could make for a very interesting race, especially assuming we get a decent start. We're going to have track position over these guys, but they're going to have the straight line advantage over me. Maybe not so much Vettel, but definitely Rosberg and Bottas. It's going to make it very tricky for us to defend. But anyway, let's get into the Spanish Grand Prix. Okay, here we go, Spanish Grand Prix. This feels weird, sitting here in my Toro Rosso with no car in front of me. We are on the front row of the grid, but let's have a look at this race strategy. And I am locked into starting on the options. They're saying a 3-stopper, lap 6 or 7 going on to some more options, then 14 or 15 to more options again, then 20 to 23 stopping for primes, and going to the end for the 33-lap Spanish Grand Prix. It is time. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. And we have got off to a pretty bad start. I guess that's what happens on F1 2015 without any traction control. We launch it back up the inside of turn 1. And we are now down in 4th place. We've lost out 2 places there to Rosberg and Bottas. We want to get back past Bottas as soon as we can. Can we even look around his outside here? No, we can't. It's going to be difficult to get past Valtteri, as he does have a Mercedes engine in the back of that Williams. And obviously we have a Renault. So it's going to mean we're going to have to get creative in terms of overtaking maneuvers. Down the straight with DRS ain't going to cut it. I feel like this is our chance. Up the inside of the chicane, going for it. Try and give him as much space as we can. And we have made the move stick on Valtteri Bottas there. What a move. We had to go for it there. It's the only chance we've had the entire race. And yeah, there he goes. Great. Brilliant! Gotta love it. And there goes Vettel as well. As I forgot to change up. I was getting a bit frustrated there and forgot to change up. Oh, he's just pushed past me, Vettel. Bullying me out of position. If that's how you want to race, Vettel, it is fucking on. Hey, how do you like it now, Vettel? Oh, okay, I've got into a fight with Vettel and there goes Alonso and we've lost out. Up the inside of Alonso, we've lost out a bit to Bottas. That was not a smart idea, getting in that little biff with Vettel there. Gonna squeeze out Alonso very, very nicely there.
You moved into P4, 4th place now.
In all that battling, we have lost out massively to Bottas.
To pit this lap.
And they want me to pit now, the end of lap 4. I can't remember if that was the strategy. But these tyres are getting a bit worn. I am going to listen to the team here. Go for the undercut on all these guys. Hopefully it pays off for us here. So we are going to now pull into the pit lane. The end of lap 4. It is very, very early to be making a stop. I'm not 100% sure about this. This is what the team is saying. I'm going to trust the team. Put my faith in the team. And we're going to go for the undercut on all these guys. I assume we're putting on another set of the option tyre now. But we are falling massively down through the field, and hopefully we come out in clean air. It's an okay start, but 2.3, that's pretty average for this game. And it looks like we're going to come out in pretty free air. Yeah, should we get out in front of Max Chilton, we should have clean air here. Yes, we have pretty clean air. We have Marcus Ericsson in front of us, but other than that, we're pretty good. Okay, we're going to go up the inside of Jules onto the DRS straight, open the DRS, hopefully we can get past Kobayashi into the left-hand hairpin. We're going to go up the inside, run a little bit deep. We've got the move on both them done. We need to dispose of these guys very, very quickly, as we want to try and make the most of this undercut, as they still haven't pitted. So we want to maximize these fresh tyres. We're going to go up the inside of Pastor Maldonado into the chicane. That's another position. Sutil's pulling into the pit lane, so that'll be another position. One less car we have to pass. And there is a fair few cars in the pits. Not sure who they are. That is Bottas! We have jumped Bottas in the stops. The undercut has worked an absolute treat. Very good call from the team. We probably could have even pitted a lap later, but we would have fallen a bit further off Bottas. But that strategy has worked very, very nicely. But we do have the older tyres, which is going to make it interesting. They're going to start to catch me now. They've pitted. But we have track position, and that is what is important. Okay, Gutierrez pulls into the pits. And we're right on the back of Romain Grosjean. We pull out, open the DRS flap. This is going to be a very easy move. And if you can't remember back to 2014, Lotus were running the Renault engine. That's why this move is so easy. Okay, end of lap 11, and we are back in the pit lane. This is the time the team told me to pit, and again, this is a very early pit stop, and I almost feel like the team has actually changed my strategy, because we were meant to be pitting about another 2 laps or 3 laps time from now. So I feel we've actually swapped onto an alternate strategy, as the first pit stop was very early as well, and they put us onto another set of options. But I'm just going to put my faith in the team, and hopefully it all works out, because I am no strategy guru, as I have come out in front of a car and hit him. But oh well, everything is okay, so it doesn't really matter. But again, we are going to try and undercut Bottas. As the end of that stint, he had just got into DRS range at that previous DRS straight from when I pitted. This is exactly what we don't need right now. We got past him very nicely there, but we do not need traffic while we're trying to perform an undercut. Well, I think it's an undercut. Could be a bit of an alternate strategy. But I'm putting my faith in the team. I'm probably going to regret this, but I don't know what we should be doing for a strategy around here. But hopefully the team can radio into Jev and tell him to get out of my way as we're on alternate strategies here. Doesn't look like they're going to. We're right behind him, and we're going to go up his inside. And the Williams crew are out in the pit lane. I think Valtteri Bottas was just in the pits then, and we have undercut him very nicely and come out a fair way ahead of him. And it looks like Vern is even in between us, so hopefully he can play the team game and slow down Bottas a bit. Okay, these tyres have literally hit the cliff, and we're going to be coming into the pit lane. The end of lap 19. Bottas caught us so much that lap, and the team were going to put us on options, but I have swapped that over to the prime tyres, and then I'm going to take them as far as I can. If I can get them to the end of the race, which I doubt I can, I will. I'll try. We're going to go for an option bash to the end after this prime stint. That is the theory, but again, we are going for another understop. Undercut. What am I talking about? We've got one more stop left. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. So it's going to be interesting. I think Bottas might only have one more stop. I'm not too sure what the Williams strategy was. But as you can see, the Williams guys were coming into the pit lane, but I think that would have to be for Felipe Massa, considering Bottas was going into turn 1 at the time. That is Valtteri Bottas! What is happening? Kobayashi, Vettel, and Bottas are all getting tangled up here. Vettel is peeling off into the pit lane. I'm not sure what the hell has happened there, but Bottas has got caught up in something. That is very unfortunate for Bottas, but very good for us. Okay, end of lap 28. We come into the pits for another stop, our 4th stop of the race. We're definitely on an alternate strategy here. And we're going to be swapping to some option tyres, I'm pretty sure. Please put me on options, team. They're options, aren't they? Yes, they're options, thank God. I forgot to set the tyres, but we have 5 laps to the end. Fresh options. 2 laps up on fuel. We're going to go for it. All out. We are down in 6th right now. Where can we finish this race? What the hell's going on here? Oh. Come on, go green, go green, go green, go green, go green! Yes, it's green. There we go. Past Raikkonen. It's lap Gutierrez. We're up into 4th now. Gotta go hunt down Daniel Ricciardo. We've got another 3 laps. I have no idea what the gap is. 7.8. This is going to be an ask, big ask. 8 seconds in 3 laps. I don't think there is any chance. Okay, it was 8 seconds. It is now 5. That's 3 seconds. We have 3 laps. We might just be able to do it. It was 5. It is now 2 seconds to Ricciardo. It is the final lap of the race. Bottas is going past Daniel. And then letting him straight back through. Come on! Bottas almost screwed me over, so big there. We come onto the DRS straight, we track extend a little bit, we make a bit of contact with Daniel. We now go up the inside, under braking. Squeeze him out, we've got the move into 3rd place. Only a handful of corners to go here. One more corner. Big twitch. Let's look behind us. He's a fair way back. We're going to cross the line for 3rd place. Yes! Get in! That is what I'm talking about. Our first podium of the season. Yes! Yes! Woohoo! First podium. Yes, I am so happy about that. Yes, accept that trophy. Yes, 3rd place. Look a bit happier, Daniel. Well, in theory, it's me, but spray that champagne. You deserve it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! First podium of the season. I thought the European season could be a turn in form for us. And my God, it is. Yes! Ricciardo had a penalty as well. If Jeff had told me that, I would have relaxed a bit more on that last lap and wouldn't have been so aggressive. Nonetheless, our first podium of the season. What a race. Not the track I expected this to happen at. I thought I would still be without a podium at this stage of the season. I thought if I was going to get a podium this year, it would happen at Monaco, but it's happened one race earlier here in Spain. Not one of my favorite tracks, but quickly becoming one. As I said, this track is definitely growing on me, and oh, that was a brilliant drive. 3rd place, our first podium of the season. 15 beautiful points right there. But Nico Rosberg has won the Spanish Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is in 2nd, then us in 3rd. The final step of the podium. Our first podium of the season. Yes, get in. Oh, I'm so hyped about that. That is what I'm talking about. Finally, we turn our form around. The start of the European season. Ricciardo is in 4th after our last lap overtake, and he also had a 5-second penalty. If Jeff had told me, I wouldn't have pushed so hard right at the end. I would have just stayed within 5 seconds and taken 3rd place off him from the penalty. Then you got Kimi Räikkönen in 5th, then Fernando Alonso, Felipe Massa, Jenson Button, Sebastian Vettel, and Jean-Eric Vergne rounding out the points. So that is a double points finish for us in the Toro Rosso, and no points scored by Force India, which is very, very good in terms of the constructors. As I've said many times, they are going to be our main rival. And then if we do look outside of the points, we have Sergio Perez in 11th, then Kevin Magnussen, Romain Grosjean, Esteban Gutierrez, Jules Bianchi, Pastor Maldonado, Max Chilton, Adrian Sutil, Marcus Ericsson, Kamui Kobayashi, Valtteri Bottas ended up in 21st place, 2 laps down with a penalty, and then Nico Hülkenberg did not finish the race. So let's have a look at the race director. Valtteri Bottas got his penalty for severe collision with Kamui Kobayashi, and Ricciardo got his penalty for a severe collision with Valtteri Bottas. Very interesting, but there was a lot of collisions on this list. A fair few from Valtteri Bottas. Okay, if we have a look at the championship standings, Nico Rosberg has taken the lead of the championship from Lewis Hamilton with Kimi Räikkönen in 3rd, then the Red Bull duo of Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo in 4th and 5th, then Fernando Alonso 6th, Felipe Massa 7th, Valtteri Bottas 8th, and then we have moved up into 9th place we were down in 15th. We have made a huge leap forward with that podium position, getting us 15 points, I believe. So we've gone from 3 to 18 in one race, and we have jumped our teammate and our 2 rivals in the Force Indias, which is very, very good. Then behind us, we have Kevin Magnussen, then our teammate on 11 points in 11th, then Sergio Perez and Nico Hülkenberg, our rivals in 12th and 13th, who neither of them scored points, who are both currently on 10 points. Then if we look a little bit lower, we have Jenson Button on 10 points as well, actually tied with the Force Indians in 14th. Not doing that well. You'd think the McLarens would do a lot better. They have a good engine and they have a pretty decent chassis. They should be fighting up to get some maybe podiums. They are a little bit off in the 2014 season, not quite podium worthy, but you know, they should be scoring consistent points, and he honestly should be ahead of both Toro Rossos. Well, not necessarily both, because you know, one's driven by me, but the Toro Rosso of Vergne and the 2 Force Indias. So he's not having a good start to the season. They've got Esteban Gutierrez, Kamui Kobayashi, Adrian Sutil, Romain Grosjean, very low for the Lotus, but then again, in 2014, they were running a Renault engine, and they do not have a great chassis to start with. So you don't expect them to be doing very well. And speaking of them not doing well, Pastor Maldonado is actually in 22nd. But you got Jules Bianchi 19th, Max Chilton 20th, and Marcus Ericsson in 21st, and Maldonado already said in last place. But it actually looks as if both Lotuses, both Marussias, one Caterham, and one Sauber have not scored points, as Kamui Kobayashi got 1 point back in Melbourne, which you'd normally expect him to be on 0 points. We have a look at the constructors now. Mercedes is leading the championship from Ferrari, with Red Bull in 3rd, Williams 4th, then we're in 5th, having jumped both McLaren and Force India. Sauber is 8th, Caterham 9th, Lotus 10th, and Marussia 11th. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Spanish Grand Prix, our first podium of the season, which is absolutely mega. And next up is the crown jewel of Formula 1, the Monaco Grand Prix, my favourite track of the season, and I think we can get another very good result there. But if you have enjoyed this video, smash the hell out of that like button. If you are new to the channel, please hit that big red subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.